really put together a great day for you this morning. It will be very interesting. We hope that you get a lot out of it. You know that my number one priority is that we show every presenter here today that we are the great school that we are, and that I ask that each and every one of you give your most attention to the presenters, and also have your phones away and on silent during these presentations. And we ask that you just enjoy the day and ask questions and get everything you can out of it. So thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy the presentations, and we look forward to what they have to offer. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Heather Hanson-O'Neill.
The idea of college is completely overwhelming. I have to be perfect. Why doesn't he like me? Why is she mean? Why do I care? I'm too short, I'm too tall, I'm too thin, I'm too fat. I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough. These are actual things that the students that I work with say to me on a regular basis. It's not easy being a teenager, I vaguely recollect, and I know it's even harder now than it ever was before. There's a tremendous amount of pressure. So my goal today is to provide you with some amazing speakers, fantastic content, so that you can leave with at least one strategy that you can take away to either reduce your stress or to provide you a way to be more effective or productive, or at the very least to just feel better on a regular basis. That's my primary goal. Why did I start this? Yes, I am the founder of Lfocus. Why? Because I speak a lot at corporations, and inevitably, someone from a company comes up to me every time and says, you know, these up-and-coming new hires, they just don't have the leadership and communication skills that we need. What are we going to do? But I also speak at colleges, and these students are incredible. They're smart, they're tech-savvy, they're socially conscious, they're energized. But they know that they haven't been given the skills that they need in the areas of leadership and communication. So my goal in putting this together is to bridge the gap. So you guys lucked out. Usually we do this for colleges, but we're also starting to do this for high schools. I really hope that you enjoy it, and I appreciate tremendously the fact that you contributed to this, branching out into the high schools with the pre-event survey and the 3 questions I'm going to ask you at the end. I really do appreciate that. I believe in leadership from the inside out. I don't think that you can effectively lead another or inspire another until you are able to lead yourself. So I'm just going to share one tip. I believe it is the most important tip that you can possibly get when it comes to self-leadership. And that has to do with taking back control of your choices. I believe that everyone, to some extent, clutches fiercely to things that are outside of their control. The weather, the economy, whether you're accepted into a program or not, other people's opinions. And we allow these things to infect us and alter how we feel about ourselves, our state. And then when it comes to the things that we actually control, what we think, how we feel, and how we respond, we often let those things slip through our fingers. So if you in any capacity feel like you'd like a little bit more power, a little bit more control of your life, not sure if it is in your world, but if you feel like sometimes your parents, your teachers, your coaches, sometimes even your peers have a little bit too much say in what you do and who you are? If that's the case, this is the key. This is the key right here to taking back your power, taking back control of what you think, how you feel, and how you respond, your choices. Because every day bad things happen. Get a bad grade. Somebody gets teased. Somebody turns you down. And every day, amazing, beautiful moments exist. You connect with someone else, you share a laugh, someone comes along, pats you on the back, says, hey, you're doing a great job. You're breathing. And the quality of your life is determined by where you choose to focus. Have you ever met somebody who focuses over here? Maybe something bad happened, could have lasted 5 minutes, but they think about it, they churn about it, they talk about it all day long. Have you ever met somebody like that? Have you ever met somebody over here who experiences challenges and problems, but is always looking for the possibility, the lesson? That makes a complete difference in how they feel and the quality of their lives and their relationships. But before I get into a story, I'd like to take a highly scientific assessment. You guys love assessments, don't you? This one's easy. This one's easy. I want you to raise your hand and put up the number of fingers for how you're currently feeling. So I'm going to give you the boundaries of what that means, okay? 1 finger means I cannot believe that I have to be here right now. Then there's 2, 3, 4, 5 is I am completely stoked and ready. I'm in. Raise your hand and put up the number of fingers of where you are right now. Come on. Thank you. You know what? I get it. I totally get it. My other goal is to be able to move the 1s and 2s to 3s and 4s and move the 3s and 4s to 5s. That's my other goal, but that's my job. You don't have to worry about that at all. Everybody experiences challenge. Everybody has lessons that they need to learn, and I'm going to share one of mine with you. I used to have a very high need for approval. I liked when people liked me. I didn't like when people didn't like me. I'm a speaker. I speak to thousands of people all the time. This is not good for a speaker. Putting myself out there, it's like virtually impossible to make everybody like you. So a few years ago, I learned to let go of that, and here's why. I was speaking to a large group in the company, and most of the people, they were in it. They were leaning forward, they were laughing when they're supposed to laugh, they were clapping, they were energized. Except for one man who was sitting somewhere over in this area. His arms crossed, he's leaning back, he had almost a scowl on his face. Now what I should have done was give all of my energy to the people who were loving the presentation. But what did I do? I gave all of my energy to him. And I felt terrible. Later on, out in the hallway when I'm passing some books, he comes up to me and he says, "Sweetie, you look great up there, but I gotta tell you, I couldn't hear a word you were saying. My hearing aid broke." Are you kidding me? That was it. Right then and there, I said to myself, oh my God, we don't know. We never know what someone else is thinking. We never know someone else's intentions. And often, we create these assumptions in our head, and we allow our assumptions to infect us. No more. No more. Not for me. I let go of that, and can I tell you, it's incredibly freeing. I highly recommend you do it too. One final story for you. Some of you know that I'm a little crazy. I do things like jump out of airplanes and swim with sharks and eat fire. I do these things, yes, I do. I do these things because I like to press my boundaries. I like to push through fear. So I want to just end with one story about when I learned to fly on a mildly apprehensive, especially when I started climbing the rickety ladder. And when I got to the top, I saw my instructor. She had long, dark, curly hair and a mischievous glint in her eyes. She told me to step up onto the platform and hold onto the pole. So I did. And then she said, now let go with your right hand, step over to the edge of the platform and reach out for the trapeze bar. So I did. And then she said, now let go with your left hand, reach out for the bar and jump. She probably thought that I was hard of hearing, so she repeated herself. Let go of the pole, reach out for the bar, and jump. No. I was petrified. I couldn't move. And then she leaned in and whispered, honey, sometimes you have to let go in order to fly. So I did. I flew on the trapeze numerous times since then, but it is not about that. It's about the lesson that you learned. And I learned that day that sometimes you have to let go in order to fly. So I just want to share with you before I bring on my first speaker that there might be something that you need to let go of.